Fresh grass, blue sky, blocky trees, and blocky blocks everywhere. Yup, this is Minecraft. I have enough experience with this game that when my friend Ty said he had set up a new server and that everything was available on CurseForge, I knew what all those words meant and was able to follow his setup instructions to the T. But I'm also a person who has burned through a diamond pickaxe, which was gifted to me, by the way. I have never seen a wild diamond in my life. Trying to mine a block in the Nether called bedrock. And yeah, it took a really long time. My typical Minecraft experience, of which I have exactly 2, is to spawn, build a shoddy little dirt pile of which I'm happy to call my home, and then never play again. Oh, but one time I played on a Pixelmon server, so after I made my dirt pile, I caught and trained some Pokemon. That was pretty cool. But you know what they say, third time's the charm, so today I'm going to be attempting something I've never done before. Beat Minecraft! Yay! Yay! I don't really know where to start or what beating Minecraft all entails, so I got a lot of help from this website and the official Minecraft books. Did you know those exist? They come with a lot of fun pictures and random Minecraft facts, and I'm hoping they can help me reach the Ender Dragon and kill it too. Ha! See what I did there? Ender Dragon? Actually, maybe that's not a good joke. I guess it's literally in the name. Anyways, if you want to see how my showdown with Jean goes, did you know that was her name? You'll have to stick around to the end to see what happens. The end! Ha ha. Ha ha. Also, I feel like I'm gonna get this question a lot, so might as well answer it now. No, yellow is not my favorite color, it's blue. Let's get started. Now this is a vanilla Minecraft server, but with some fantasy mods. Is what I thought going into the server, but holy heck, this server has a lot of mods. We're gonna ignore most things that's AOF6C for now, because while vanilla is not my favorite flavor, I do want that vanilla experience for my first playthrough. But I will make a disclaimer and say that there are a few mods I ended up making heavy use of. Once I got a taste of that decadent lemon sherbet, I just couldn't go back to boring vanilla again, you know? What? I think lemon sherbet is a great flavor. Maybe we'll do another Minecraft series where I explore some of the AOF6 specific quests, but for now my main objective is to take down Jean the Ender Dragon and beat Minecraft! Yay! My spawning summoned the server god who gives me a starter adventure pack, and then I'm left to my own devices. I'm just collecting flowers, and then I tried cracking open this book, but it had too much text and not enough pictures, so I closed it again. I try on the default shaders in the AOF6 mod pack and it makes the world a better place, but it also makes the VOD absolutely potato, so I'm kind of forced to use a more lightweight one instead. But hey, when it's twice the speed, it's not as noticeable. That actually ends day 1, and yeah, I know I got a lot of stuff done. Being born is not easy, folks. But the next day, the server god gives me a starter pack DLC, and I get the Sky of Beginning achievement. I think I got it because I picked up my first botanial flower. I attempted to dig up coal with a poppy flower, but I'm thinking maybe there's probably some sort of mod in this game that disables you from harvesting drops unless you have the right equipment, which means I make equipment. So that ends day 2, and now I have a wooden pickaxe. On day 3, I used my wooden pickaxe that I made yesterday to mine stone, coal, and copper, but it's already not good enough because I think I need a stone pickaxe to mine copper. So, my pickaxe gets an upgrade, and I mined some copper for real this time. And now that I have coal, I can finally make some torches. This is day 4 now, and I decide that today I'm gonna go sail the Minecraft seas. So I chopped down some red oak for my boat. Turns out torches don't work underwater. Wow. I'm off to discover new land like my not ancestor Christopher Columbus. And to do that, I'm gonna need to chart my course. Whoa, there's a village on the map. I make a waypoint mostly accidentally, I don't know what this does, and like 3 paddles away I find the village. This must be the new world. The village has guards and ducks. I get tired of trying to scale the cliff sides like a mountain goat and bore a tunnel into the village, and I live here now. It comes with a roommate, Bernie, and now it's official. I decided to expand Bernie's house, now mine, to store my stuff, but I make sure Bernie also likes the new additions to the house. I also find some lignite coal nearby and harvest that. It seems like some sort of mod equivalent to normal coal. On day 5, I create a farm. Bernie wakes up and wishes me a good morning. And because I need a way to feed myself and maybe Bernie too, I make a wheat farm. But I need iron to make a bucket to get some water, probably? That seems like a logical thing to do. Bernie says mi casa is su casa, which means my things are your things, so I take this hat. And for some reason, the game won't let me put my bed in the house, so Bernie and I sleep outside now. I kill a mallard to get its feathers to make a new bed. Oh, I guess I needed something else. On day 6, I wake up in the new day and my roommate Bernie's out and about. I wonder what he's up to. Maybe he's gossiping at the local water cooler. Today I'm gonna go look for the rest of the village, so I make myself a new pickaxe so I can mine through lots of stones, and on my way upwards out of a tunnel, I find my first iron ore. I'll probably use it later to make a bucket for my crops. I pop my head out from underground and look around me. Is this the rest of the village? There's some sort of structure here, and I find a loot chest with some food and wheat. I gotta use the wheat later to lure in some cows, I think. I think cows like wheat. I make my way into the structure, but there be mobs. I respawn back at mine Bernie's home, but a zombie is trying to hurt us, so I have to take it down. It's dressed in some cool clothes, so is there a mod that gives mobs drip? I tell the zombie, no thank you, we're not interested, and go to sleep, thus ending day 6. On day 7, I wake up to find that Bernie has a job. He was out all day yesterday, but this morning he's wearing a little straw hat, so I guess yesterday he was busy job hunting. His health is a little low though. I'm starting to wonder if Bernie were to ever die and I get a new roommate, would I be able to tell? I go pick up all my items from the last death point and explore the structure a bit, but I can't get up because it looks like there are parts of the ladder that are missing. So I spend more time trying to find the rest of this village. It's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Like, what is this, the hidden village of the mountains? I do find a couple of very deep looking caves, which might be useful for later, but also there are creepers. I'm able to escape the cave safely, run into a cute pig, and try to feed it some wheat, but it doesn't look like it cares. Why, what do pigs like? Apples? Peaches? I like apples. I try to make the pig like me by feeding it a pumpkin, but it leads me to the rest of the village instead. So thank you, pig. I already have a teleportation point set at my home, but I activate the waystone too, just in case. I can see my and Bernie's house from the village cliffside, and it looks pretty cute actually. The rest of the village itself isn't too large, and surprisingly, there aren't any carrots or potatoes. But I really like the cozy town vibes. One of the houses has this gelatinous block of leaves? Weird. I find some cool weapons that could be useful, so I do an unofficial trade with this dude, and since it's nighttime and dangerous to go outside, he graciously lets me couch surf at his place for the evening. Day 8. What a beautiful morning. Let me get out of your hair, fellow villager. Thanks for letting me sleep over you. There's a zombie outside the door that desperately wants me to save it, but I like watching it burn. There's also some sort of thing near the village called prisoners' quarters. It might be part of a moss. I'm gonna leave it alone for now, but it looks pretty intimidating. I find a yellow chicken! This time, I'm gonna be successful in getting it to come live on my farm. It follows me all the way back home, and I have to trap it in the hut for a bit while I build out a place for it to live out the rest of its life in captivity. But it'll be a nice life. For now, I just need some sort of holding cell, so it doesn't have to be beautiful. Maybe I'll fix it later. What a great day. Now we have a chicken. Day 9 starts with expanding my little farm. I plant all the seeds I currently have. Wheat, tomatoes, mandrake. I smelt the iron ore I got the previous day, and now I'm able to make a bucket and a helmet, which is the only piece of armor I can currently afford. But now that I have a bucket, my crops can get the water they've been literally dying for. After doing that, I tried exploring the pillar structure a bit more because last time I noticed it had multiple floors. After defending myself from a zombie, I climbed up the ladder to see what was upstairs, and this place is chock full of treasure. There's also an armor mannequin with some leather armor, which I take, and a grindstone. I'm still going through someone's treasure like a trash panda when the sun rises, but now I'm also starting to hear villager noises. I think there are people who live here. I follow the villager noises and go all the way upstairs, and yeah, there sure are villagers, but they're villagers with the P. I fight back and try to eat some bread while hiding behind the pillar, but the pillager gets me with its crossbow and I end up back at my home. I go back to my death point to pick up my things, make quick work of the remaining pillagers. What's in the chest? Oh my god, a diamond! There's also a waypoint and some crossbows and potion thing and string. I noticed the pumpkins don't stack, and it makes me realize that the other pumpkin I've been carrying around this whole time looks different. Oh, this goes on your head? I already have difficulty navigating around this world and defending myself against mobs. I don't need a pair of blinders. I'm on my way home, but in the distance, I see this treasure chest that's super full of cool things. So I spend the rest of the day shuttling the treasure to my house. I felt like such like a hamster. I also set the waystone down in my house, so I have an easy way back home if I ever see a waystone out in the wild, but Speaking of home, has anyone seen Bernie in a while? Also, why does it look like it's summoning demons from hell? I go up to the above ground and run into this thing. Is it a ghost? Seems pretty harmless. My main objective today on day 11 is to go looking for some iron, and I keep falling in holes. There's gotta be a better way to navigate through Minecraft, somebody please. I fall into a hole that ends up in water, and it's kinda cool, but mostly terrifying. I have my first run-in with the skeleton, and man, I cannot get the hang of eating food and holding up my shield and attacking, and wow, there's just like a lot of things to pay attention, you know? Like this skeleton here should just die so I can feed it to my tomatoes. I end up back at the original spawn, and it's kind of peaceful actually. It literally is like ending up back at heaven. Thankfully, I have a teleportation point set up back home, so I'm able to quickly return, where I panic about how to get back to the death marker for a bit, but eventually I get my shit together and make a new pickaxe and some torches, with which I make my way back to the water thing. But I get lost on my way to the death marker, so I take shelter in this corner for the whole night. Please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me, please don't. I decided to take the plunge and venture into the underwater cave again, but I feel like I'm not moving. Oh, there's a block blocking me. Okay, quick, get my stuff. Okay, so last time I played Minecraft with my friends, they made this thing called a strip mine, so maybe that'll be a better thing to try than like fall in these giant ass canyons and have panic attacks. Okay, what the hell, another enormous underground cavern, great. I set up an escape route in case I need it and proceed to explore a bit of the cavern. I don't see any iron on this side of the ravine, so I'm gonna try and make a bridge over to the other side. Okay, we try that again. Yay! At this point, I think zombies are alright. They're pretty easy to kill, but creepers, holy heck. Oh my god, iron, it's iron, it's iron. I've noticed this for a while, but this cavern kind of has a straight up drop into lava. But there are some interesting pillars and green things near the lava. What are those? Okay, maybe I can try to get there later? I come back to my house for a break, but I still need more iron, so I decide to try and do the strip mining thing somewhere else. But I run into this cave thing here. I do get some iron out of it, but it's mostly full of skeletons and creepers. Okay, what is that noise? What is that noise? I'm just chilling and wondering what that noise was about, but I feel like there's demonic noises coming from around my house, so I go to sleep. Maybe it'll just go away. The next day, I wake up hoping the noise would have gone away, but I'm still hearing it. Am I going crazy? It kind of sounds like it's coming from the poultry coop. Let me go check. Whoa, an Enderman? In my poultry coop? Why is it here? Okay, I've seen people kill Endermen with a boat. Let me try this. Okay, I killed it. I got an ender pearl. Great. I think I'm gonna need this for later. Why is it still making the what? Okay, that was crazy. I don't want to keep dying, so I use some of my iron bars to make myself an iron shirt. It's gonna protect me. And now I'm back at the underground cavern with the lava, and wow, this is impossible. Everything is inundated with water. Why? I just want to set up a strip mine. Okay, fine. What's down this water? If I follow you down, can you please take me to the promised land of iron? I feel like I'm drowning in this column of water, so I'm gonna try to breathe. Wow, I drowned in lava instead. Okay, so what is this? Let me pick up some lava first. That seems useful. Time for some more water column travel. So this place also has some pretty weird noises. What's all this green stuff? Skulk? Okay, it's just getting weird. I'm going back home. Let me make my little trash can. Yay! Lava trash can. Good day, good day. So today is the start of day 15, and I try to make an iron farm. But in order to make an iron farm, it says I need iron. Why? Here's my attempt at following Noah's example. But as you can see, I only have one of each animal. On my search for a second chicken, I randomly run across this broken ring of obsidian. There's a loot chest next to it with another block of obsidian, so I put it on the thing. It's like a chord puzzle. I do take all the golden things though. I'm still looking for a chicken, but instead of finding a chicken, I spy with my spyglass some sort of thing covered in cobwebs in the distance. I still don't see any chickens, but now I'm here at the cobweb thing. I actually feel like I know what this is. So I spent like 2 minutes wondering what I should do and scared to go into the dark hole, but eventually I find the spider spawner and destroy it. I don't know, is there anything else you can do with a broken spawner? I'm terrified, but I want to collect the spider webs. But I feel like the spiders are not attacking. Well, if they're not gonna attack, I will. I'm having an absolute field day collecting all the cobwebs, and I even find a diamond. I also find this backpack thing. Inventory expansion, ayo. Eventually, I run upon this cavern with lava, so I make a way to go down to go explore. This is the most iron I've ever found. I kind of like this cave. I think I might be able to go deep enough to get some wild diamonds here, so I make a little base here and also put down the waypoint stone for my house for easy access. It's day 18 today, and either Bernie got a new job or I have a new roommate. So I looked up what ducks like, and turns out they eat bread. So now I'm sharing my meager emergency rations with my duck. I also make a sugarcane farm with some sugar canes I dug up on my way to the spider cave. This will probably be useful for something later, right? Everything seems like it has a purpose. With the sugarcane farm done, I'm feeding the duckies and one chicken when I hear some weird chuckling. Is it my new roommate? Oh, a witch. Pew pew pew, shing shing, now you're dead. I got some glass bottles and sugar. I'm becoming a hoarder. I finally put some of the flowers I collected on the first day to use and also made a better path to my house. Win for accessibility on the sheer cliff face. On day 19, I was exploring the rest of the village on a lookout for chickens when I ran across this small wheat farm, and it inspired me to make a bigger farm for myself too. I don't have a roommate to feed anymore, but I realized that because my ducks eat a ton of bread and so do I, one of us may starve and it sure as hell ain't gonna be me. I decided to block off this area of the upper floor and repurpose the entire front area as a new farm, so I tore down the structure here, which I did while listening to read-alouds of really bad fanfiction. Oh my god, I cannot believe what some people read online. The next day I go back up to the village, and at this point I'm thinking about making an iron farm again, which means I'll need to trap some villagers to live together with a zombie, but I'm starting to realize that the village doesn't have a lot of villagers. I can only find 2, this guard hiding in the wall, and this villager. Oh wow, there's a lot of bookcases here. Maybe it's time for an enchanting table. I tossed the villager some carrots in hopes that maybe he'll have a baby with the guard who's still hiding in the wall, but the guard is too traumatized to be hungry. I take all the bookcases from the villager. Sorry to take away all your education. Okay, so I was walking around and thought I noticed the villager. Oh yeah, there she is. Maybe I can get her out with some water? Oh, she just keeps going deeper and deeper. Okay, I think she's just gonna live here now. Well, it's nighttime now, so I'm gonna go back to my strip mine so I can look for more diamonds. I try to go deeper in the mining cave than I did before, fending off a bunch of mobs along the way. And wow, iron! I'm running kind of low on torches, so I'm using these buckets of lava to light up the cave. The skeleton dropped its backpack, and yay! I'll use it to store all the metals I've mined up so far. I feel like I've already spent a full day down in the cave, and I'm mining some of these coal blocks when I see my first diamond in the wild! Oh my god, it's beautiful. But wait, it requires a diamond pickaxe to mine the diamond? Ugh! Okay, I quickly head back to my base to craft a diamond pickaxe with the only 3 diamonds I have, but it's gonna be worth it, right? With my new diamond pickaxe, I start to make up for the loss with my first diamond mined up ever, yay! I make an emergency respawn room at this level of the cave for emergencies, hence the emergency respawn room name, yeah. So after restocking up on torches, I set out again for my search for more diamonds. A zombie tries to hurt me, but I push it into lava instead, and when I turn a corner, I run into a spider spawner that I forget that you have to destroy with a pickaxe, so I try to attack it with my rapier. I light up the room with some torches, and wow, there's so many treasure chests. I pick up some bones, a golden apple, some diamond horse armor for a horse I don't have, string, a saddle, and this thing which gives me the beeswax ninja achievement for some reason. After taking a look at all the chests, I go outside and notice there's even more treasure to the right, in what looks like an abandoned shack. The first chest doesn't have much of anything I'd want, but the second chest is full of iron and gold bars. Yes, please! There's a second floor to the shack which also has a chest full of precious metals, and there's also a couple pieces of iron armor which I take. I also take the blast furnace from the second floor and then head outside the shack and start to set up some strip mines when I hit bedrock. Oh yeah, I know what those look like. Wow, I'm at Y-60. Okay, since we're at bedrock level, we're gonna head back up in our continued search for diamonds. I'm scampering across the cavern, lighting up different areas with torches, and I accidentally interrupt a creeper intervention meeting when a witch hits me with something, and my health bar turns green. I think that means I'm poisoned. Help me, I'm dying. I quickly make my way to the escape hatch and shove bread in my face while trying not to puke from the poison in a race against time. I recover from the poison and try to leave the room to kill the witch, but she does a drive-by and just pegs me with another bottle. Damn, she has good aim. After another near-death experience, I've rushed the witch with my sword, and ding dong witch, now you're dead. It's been another 5 minutes without any diamonds, but while running away from some mobs, I came across this room of purple blocks. Amethyst? I close it up for protection and switch over to mining some of the amethyst blocks. I don't know what practical purpose they have, but they're pretty. I decided to go back to my home to get some water, since now that I have a diamond pickaxe, might as well start collecting some obsidian for the enchanting table. Oh, and a nether portal. I end up digging 34 blocks of obsidian, and now back at the base, I make the enchanting table. I'm wandering around the village thinking about where the best place to put the nether portal would be, and hey, it's the librarian! Looking kind of different though. I trap her in a house to come and cure her later, so hopefully that's good. So I think for the nether portal, a good place to put it might be behind the farm, behind this block of cobblestone wall that I put up, because it'll be blocked off from the wall, and if anything were to escape the nether, hopefully it'll stay contained behind the door. I dig out this column of blocks with the intention of replacing it with a nether portal, and voila! It is complete! I decorate the surroundings a bit with some of the amethyst blocks, and it looks great. I enter the nether just to see what the spawn point looks like and also see what all is around the immediate area, and it looks like there's just a lot of lava. Cool. Back home, my one and only chicken is still stuck at the edge of this block. It escaped from the poultry coop a few days ago, so I try to bring it back, but it becomes a roasted chicken. Wow. To end day 25, I go up to the enchantment room, which is currently temporary. I need to decorate the outside. Yeah, I know, it's ugly. And on the way, I noticed that the librarian doesn't seem to be there anymore. How'd she escape? In the enchanting room, I enchant my iron pickaxe with something just to reset the list of enchantments. There wasn't really anything good. I also visit my animal pen, and you can see now I have more animals. I shear some sheep, milk the cow, pick up some pork, and then head back to my home to go to sleep. Now I have two things I want to find while mining: diamonds and lapis. Day 26 is all about villager repopulation. Currently, I only have one villager that I know of that isn't a guard, but last time I tried to feed the guard some carrots, it didn't care for it. So either becoming a guard means you have to take a vow of celibacy, or they're all sex-repulsed asexuals. There's also another one who I think is like stuck in the wall somewhere, but I cannot find them for the life of me, even with the subtitles on. Side note, it is very convenient playing Minecraft with subtitles. I leave the villager in the wall for now because I can't find him. And with my stack of carrots, I head over to the tower where the last remaining survivors of the town reside. I head up the tower where I see the one villager and one guard, and you see how like the non-guard villager takes all the carrots? I feel like the guard just doesn't care about food. Maybe they get fed through IV drips because they're too busy defending the village and don't have time to eat. But if they're so good at defending, then where are all the other villagers? I dig out a roomy chamber for the villagers to start working on repopulation, and with some difficulty, push some of them down to their new bed chambers, even though the jobless one is more interested in becoming a wizard. Okay, so now there are 3 villagers in the reproduction chamber. I'm not really sure how the pairings are gonna work out, but they're all adults, so they can figure it out. I leave them in the basement, though low-key, they kinda looking like they wanna leave, and ponder about this issue of where to find another normie villager. So it's the start of day 27, and I still don't have an answer to the village population problem. It's a big social issue, you know. Who's gonna support the economy when all the current villagers zombie up and die? When I remember the weird place with all the screeching noises and decide to explore it some more. Since that day, I did some googling and learned about the sculpt blocks in the warden, and it sounded like basically the best way to avoid anything bad was to cover the sensors with wool and play dead if the warden shows up. So I go back down into the underground cave and try to remember my way back to the sculpt stuffs, and I use my trusty waterfall again to make my way down safely. I didn't really learn about this until later, but what you actually want to be covering up are the shriekers, not the sensors, but it's fine. Either way gets the job done. I find a lot of iron and gold blocks, which is nice to have, but I'm still pretty low on the lapis and diamond front. Please, please, please. I make an emergency base at this level of the cave and venture outside to raid this loot box. I make another column of water to travel down in style. Slow and steady wins the race. And land on the sculpt blocks. I read that mining these gives you XP, so even if I don't find the ancient city, it would be cool to do some leveling up so I can use all the lapis that I don't have. This level has a lot of treasure boxes, which I of course dig through. How can you not? And check this out. It's a zombie spawner. I've only seen spider spawners up till now. Look at this little zombie dude. Lol. While digging through the zombie room's treasure, I get this achievement, which is for like something. I don't know. Like 90% of these Minecraft achievements, I'm not really sure what they're for. I feel like I just get medals for existing. My render distance is set pretty low, so even underground, I guess I can see the sun rising. So that marks the start of day 28. In the distance, I saw something called the Void Blossom. And that must be from a mod, because vanilla Minecraft monsters don't look like that, right? Whatever it is, I decided to stay far from it because I wanted to have as much of a vanilla experience as possible, and also it looks like a big bad boss. I start treading on the sculk blocks in earnest now, and I heard sneaking helps with not setting off the sensors, so I do that while also trying to cover up any sensors I find. So unfortunately, I was covering up the subtitles so you can't see it super well, but playing with subtitles on in the deep dark was really useful because it would warn me of when the warden was coming closer. But when it spawns, oh, you know. I'm covering up more of the sculk sensors when a zombie starts walking towards me. Fool, don't you know the warden's listening? And I get this achievement. Bro got absorbed into the sculk like dead people in Last of Us. I'm still covering up the sculk sensors when I finally incur the wrath of the warden and watch as it digs itself from under the ground. Oh shit. I try to distract it with the sound of arrows from a crossbow, which may or may not have worked, but it was stupid anyways because I've run in the same direction as the arrow because my brain stops working and I just want to get away from the warden somehow. And I blindly run towards the hills, and when I turn around to check on the warden, ha! I guess it can't cross water. What's the matter? Don't want to get your feet wet? Either that or it's just glitching and I just got unlucky as hell. I traveled down the water column, breaking more sculk sensors along the way, and this time it is round 2 of the warden. But also there are some weird ass spikes coming out from under the ground. Is this part of the warden's attack repertoire? What ensues is a wild slaughter scene in the dark as I'm just running blindly in a direction, but I see these subtitles of the warden actually taking damage. What's going on? And then the warden dies and I'm faced with the monstrosity that did the warden in, the flower, before I'm also killed. Welp. After I spawn back up, I go back to retrieve my stuff, but that probably ends day 28. Day 29 and 30, I revisit the idea of village repopulation and decide to go dig up the villager who got trapped underground. This is a Hail Mary that's gonna save this village's population crisis. I go all around the village looking for where the villager got buried, and I'm able to track her down from the... Getting her out is actually easier than I thought it'd be. It looks like she likes higher places, so as long as there's a way for her to get to a higher block, she hikes back up. And as she moves up, I block off any paths she might fall down and die from. Keeping track of her though, that's an entirely different story. I lose track of her pretty soon after she escapes from the pit, and I run around the village trying to find her while also patching up any cave entrances because I worked too hard to rescue her from this cave only for her to become a zombie. I get a brief glimpse of her. She's now a florist. Before losing her again. Wow, speak of a traveling merchant. She really makes her customers come to her, huh? I find the gardening table job block that she's tied to and destroy it so she becomes unemployed. And now it's pretty easy to make her follow me with the block. It's kind of funny how much they want to have some sort of purpose. Don't we all? I bring her into the house where the rest of the villagers currently are. Go in, come on. And she claims a bed. I free the guards because they're probably never gonna have anything to do here, but only one of them leaves, and the other one really wants to stay, so that's fine. Now that there are 2 normal villagers here, I make them a little farm with a couple of composters so that they can become a self-sustaining community. Every village starts from humble beginnings. This is how civilizations are built. I toss them a lot of carrots and they immediately make a child. Yay! Once I finish the farm, I leave the villagers to their thing and make a quick stop at the poultry coop, which I guess is just a duck coop now. There's a different kind of population problem going on here. I go outside to the other animal farm where all the rest of the animals are, but it starts thundering and I realize that none of the barn animals have a roof over their heads. Beautiful. There's also a zombie over there taking shelter from the rain. We can't have that, so let me take care of that real quick. And also these weird skeletons with shields. What the hell? Their shields look cooler than mine. And that ends day 30. Day 31 is interesting because I meet a non-NPC on the server for the first time. Their name is Sweet Little Angel and they say they have a lot of ender pearls they're not using, so we decide to meet up to do a little exchange. I go over to their house to pick up the pearls and wow, their house is amazing! They also have a shrine dedicated to Lilith. Now I have a lot of ender pearls, so with that I'm ready to go to the Nether to go do some trading with piglins. I think technically this is still part of day 32, but since I can't see the sun anymore, let's just say this is the start of days 33 to 39. Really accurate, I know. I make my way carefully down from the portal to the ground floor, and my 2 objectives at the moment are to 1. Find some piglins to trade with, and 2. Acquire some blaze rods. I cover up the lava with some blocks I have on hand because I don't trust myself to not fall in and burn alive. And I found this funny block. It must have been haunted though, because when I dug it up, it vanished into thin air. My pickaxe breaks while I'm digging up some magma blocks. They look kind of cool. Maybe I can use it somewhere? And I briefly forget how to make a crafting table. Jesus, I can't believe I actually forgot how to make one. I've probably made like dozens at this point. I keep littering them around like cookie crumbs. I'm happily digging up more magma blocks when I meet my first zombified piglet. I guess they're immune to fire because they're dead. But zombies burn in lava. I read in the Minecraft books that water doesn't stay in the Nether, but I tried it out anyways to get rid of all this pesky lava. Oh, okay. The books don't lie. I also made my first magma cube. It's alright. A few blocks from the magma cube, I meet this amethyst golem. I take a couple whacks at it, but then I realized burning it with lava is probably easier. Although I think the lava also burned whatever drop it might have had. I guess it was protecting this quartz crystal geode. Maybe? I take off the shaders because it's easier to see in the Nether and dark caves without them on. And I'm wondering where I'm going to find these piglins or blazes, and decide to try and go up using ladder. I make a grand total of 15 ladders! This is not gonna work. Plan B, we're mining our way up. And it's a way better plan because it actually works, and also I get a ton of quartzite sand, which is nice because I've been thinking about decorating my house with some glass. But the quartz can hurt you. This shit is like stepping on Legos. I break my way out of the quartzite sand and end up seeing something? So I pull out my spyglass and look around, but I still can't really see. So I up the block render distance to 12 and oh, there's a forest. I make my way over to the forest, picking up more quartz on the way just for the heck of it, and whoa, this tree is gelatinous. So I pull up F3 to see if I can see what kind of biome I was in, but then I remember that the map tells me, so I pull it up and lo and behold, there are piglins in that direction. I make a waypoint there, but I don't know why, but I still don't know what it does. Piglins ahoy! We're going over there now. If only the piglins knew how hard I was trying to make my way over, maybe they would have given me better things. Because when I finally reach them, they mostly give me building blocks and a couple ender pearls. Actually they also gave me some fire resistance potions. That came in really handy later. I also got this achievement. Who's cutting the onions? I don't know, game. You tell me. You tell me. Also check this out. This is super cute. Don't be jelly. You can have these. After giving them all my gold bars, I do the digging up thing again to go look for my next objective. Getting some blaze rods. I think I need them to make Eyes of Ender, which I think are the things you throw in the air to find the stronghold that ultimately has the portal to the end. I stayed stuck in this blue mushroom tree biome for a while, which I feel like it wouldn't have blazes. It doesn't look like the right place. And after much bouncing on mushrooms, I land in a different biome. This one has these little brown mushrooms that I think are used when curing zombified villagers, so I take some with me in case I need them in the future. At this point, I'm kind of getting concerned about finding blaze rods because I read that they usually spawn on fortresses, but I'm not seeing any structures that look like a fortress. I do see this funny thing walking on the lava, and it looks cute. I'm still on the lookout for a fortress, and I see something in the distance that looks kind of interesting, but I spot something at the lava level that also looks interesting, so I choose to do a little detour and enter what I think is a mine shaft? I didn't know they spawned in the Nether. Rails are kind of resource intensive to make, so I take a lot of them, and any gold blocks I see so I can give some more to the piglins just because they like them so much. The deeper I go into the mines, I notice that there are these burning fires, but it's easy to put them out with cobblestone blocks. So I smother them out, and on the way I also find some ancient debris. Isn't this used to make netherite or something? I'm having a blast exploring all the tunnels when I come across a stretch of tunnel that has a ton of fires. I have to break this brick because putting the cobblestone down blocked the hallway, and I find a blaze spawner. Remember back when the piglins gave me some fire resistance potions? Well, they really came in handy during the fight against the blazes because with my fire resistance, they ain't got shit on me, and I collect a lot of blaze rods. I spend more time exploring the tunnels and find even 2 more blaze spawners, and also a field of soul sand that's growing some nether warts. That looks cool. I'm taking some. My iron pickaxe is about to break, and I dumbly left my crafting table back when I originally placed it near the portal, so I'm really relieved to find some golden pickaxes. Wow, golden pickaxes suck ass. I'm feeling pretty done with exploring the mine shaft and think about making another nether portal to go back to the overworld. But with a sinking heart, I realized I don't have any flint. So I Googled how to make a nether portal without flint. And come across a YouTube video that says I can get a ghast.
What's a ghast?
To trigger the portal for me if it hits the portal at the same time that I try to go in, and that makes me a ghast. So I'm still ruminating about this if there's another way for me to go back home. At the very least, I want to leave the mine shaft and go above ground. So I start digging up and have a couple of close calls with lava. Phew. I kind of panic and just end up TPing home and still end up almost dying anyways, but at least it's in the comfort of my own home. I craft a bunch of Eye of Enders with all the ender pearls I have from random enderman encounters, sweet little angel, and the piglins, and the blaze powder from the blazes. Oh, okay, you get blaze powder from blaze rods. I make a total of 32 Eyes of Ender. Is that enough? I'm running out of chest space, so I make a couple more, and you know, initially I was trying to keep the chests pretty organized, but it's kind of derailed since then. Before we venture off to look for a stronghold, let me take a quick break to tell you about today's sponsor for the video. Just kidding, I don't have a sponsor, lol. But if you want to help support this channel, click the like button and share the video with other people who also like Minecraft videos. It's completely free and makes YouTube happy, which makes me happy. I'm a bit like to YouTube what Kid is to Barbie, if you know what I mean. If you want to support this channel even further, help me pay my editor. I put an Amazon affiliate link to the Minecraft book series down in the description for you to check out. And even if you're not into the Minecraft books, any Amazon purchase made within 24 hours of clicking the link helps out the channel. Okay, that's enough of that. We have a stronghold to find. The journey for the stronghold starts on day 40. So I get ready for my little journey across the overworld since I don't know how far I'll have to go or how long it'll take me. I pack the Eye of Enders and with my boat I head off into the water. The first Eye of Ender I throw works pretty well, but then drops in the water. I didn't realize they wouldn't float. While going in the direction the eye sent me, I see this magenta colored building that I initially think is a structure made by someone else on the server, but it seems like it's actually world generated. It's made out of mushrooms or something, and I press this button expecting to be impaled by something. It must be decorative. I take some things from the treasure chests and then head back on my way to the stronghold. I feel like I've come pretty far from home, so I try tossing another Eye of Ender, but I don't see it. I toss a few more and lose all of them. Am I throwing these wrong? What? I turn off my shaders in case it makes it easier to see the eye, but yeah, I think they've been lost. I don't really know where to head, so I head in what I think is the previous direction, and I run across a new village. I kind of just look through some of the treasure, but then I spot a pillager. Give him a good whack and get a challenge completed banner. But there must have been other pillagers around because it triggers raid. I beat through 2 rounds of the raid and I find where all the villagers are hiding. But I'm on a mission to find the stronghold, so I can't defend the village forever. Some other things that happen along the way to the stronghold is some graveyard digging, mild desecration of a religious place of worship, harmless plundering of an already plundered shipwreck, where I get a treasure map that I have no idea how to read. I also pick up this cursed thing after I run into it with my boat, which I promptly toss back into the ocean. I don't want no cursed things. I think I figured out the problem with the Eye of Enders. They go really high and really quick in the direction of the stronghold, but if I'm too low or if my line of sight is blocked, I don't see the eye before it either falls back to the ground or breaks. So knowing that, every time I throw an eye now, I have whiplash looking around wildly for it. And I think like maybe every 1 out of 3 I see it. Is this why you need so many Eye of Enders? After a long trek across the ocean, I finally get close to the stronghold because it seems like the eyes are narrowing down their range. I don't really know what to do from here, so I look up a guide on YouTube, which says I should dig down, and I'm like, where? So I just dig somewhere. After a bit of digging, I fall into some polished stone, and then I get an achievement, so this must definitely be the stronghold. I'm at the right place, but I don't see a stronghold. Oh, maybe it's on the other side of the wall. I do some mining for coal so that I have enough to make more torches in the stronghold, and I find so much lapis. Actually, this is awesome. I break through the wall and get my first glimpse at the stronghold. I swiftly and efficiently make my way down, and now that I'm at the ground floor, I'm off to the races to find the end portal. Oh my god, the portal. I gotta light it up with everything I have so I never lose it again. I find a room nearby that's full of treasure, but also has a vent that I can use as my respawn point that's close to the end portal. So I put anything away that I don't think I'm gonna need for the Ender Dragon fight into the chests, and I have so much stuff because the stronghold was just like full of treasure. Okay, break this silverfish spawner, kill the silverfish, put in the eyes of Ender. Oh, wait. Let's turn on the shaders for dramatic effect. Boop, boop, boop. The portal is open! I enter the portal and land at the end. This is the furthest I've ever been from the Shire. I build a path over to where I think the dragon is. I can definitely hear it, but so far I'm not really seeing it. So you may see in my inventory, I have a lot of beds. I saw in some YouTube video that this is the fastest way to defeat the dragon, but since this is my first time fighting the dragon, I made like 13 beds. And I'm wearing lots of armor made out of iron, so yeah, this is gonna work. This is not working. I suck at aiming and there are so many angry ender people and I keep getting blasted off into the air and plummet to my death after getting hit with bad frag and breath. I break the energy crystals, but I can't keep up with their regeneration because I keep finding them on pillars that I break them on. And also the chunk render distance was initially so low, I couldn't even see the dragon when it was in the sky. I try to recoup as many wooden planks as I can, but the dragon keeps blowing them up, so I have a brilliant idea to make lots of ladders instead. Wow, 42. I guess my helmet also broke at some point, so I put on a replacement helmet and okay, game time. Well, I ran out of ladders too. So now I'm trying to shoot down the ender crystals. How come I still burst into spontaneous combustion even though I'm like miles away from the crystal? I make a panic shelter because I'm panicking and try to think about what to do next. But when I emerge from the shelter, what the hell? Now there are phantoms too? I literally cannot see the dragon with the fire that's burning me alive right now. It's blocking my line of sight. I get an achievement for killing the phantom and I also tear off a piece of its dead body. This is impossible. I'm out of blocks and I can't shoot down these ender crystals fast enough. I'm actually getting kind of mad. What? I go back under into the panic shelter and dig up a lot of ender blocks to get myself tall enough to reach the ender crystals and take down 2 more. And after I die and come back, oh my god, there are blazes now too. I kill the blaze and it drops the blaze rod and now I'm running around with it. Wow, I must look crazy. Also, what's up with all this strobe light shit? I think the dragon just really wants to light up my failures. After like a IRL 50 minutes of this, I finally call it quits and maybe I'm just not ready yet for the dragon fight and teleport home all dejected like. Back home, I think about what could have gone better in the fight because next time I go up against the dragon, I definitely want to be better prepared. I think the next line of business is to go mining for real diamond armor this time and hopefully more lapis to put some dragon busting enchantments on it. But first, check this out. That stronghold was actually so far from home. Also, the number of deaths in here, 15. Okay, this is the start of a new IRL day, and offline I did some research into the ender dragon fight, and the video I watched said to negate fall damage by either making potions of slow falling or enchant some armor with feather falling. And thankfully I have all the things I need, especially after that phantom tried to rip my face off, but whose face got ripped off instead, huh? Okay, off to the mines. The mining expedition is actually really good. I end a few days worth of honest hard work with 58 lapis, 12 more experience levels, and 14 diamonds. Yeah. With the 14 diamonds, I make a pair of diamond pants and diamond boots, and when I go to enchant it, I have feather falling 4. I enchant the leggings with unbreaking 3. Are the enchanting economics usually this weird? Same product for more money? Huh? I must have also made a diamond helmet, which I enchant with protection too. Now I have full diamond gear. I enchant my crossbow too, and just all around try to buff myself up as much as possible. And with that, I head back to my house. Oh look, I got this wall light thingy after digging through a lot of chests in the stronghold. It's cool, but also mildly offensive. I think looking through treasure chests are fun. I'm making my way back to the stronghold now. Check me out, I'm shiny. Round 2, let's go. Once I end up back at the end, I make my way over with purpose. Okay, last second check. Oh yeah, look, I'm the hero of some village now. It showed up for some reason while I was rowing on the boat. And here we go! This time my strategy for going up the ender crystals are going up ladders, and I've definitely come prepared with a lot of them. I got my first pillar, but oh. Wait, do the crystals stay broken once you break them? Try chewing on some gum, you stinky dragon. I break one crystal, another crystal with an arrow, and oh, a third one with an arrow. Fuck off, you enderman, I don't have time for you, or you, dummy dum phantom. Another crystal down, yay, let's go me. Another one! The dragon is still healing though. Jeez, how much quicker do I need to take these down? At least the fall damage isn't so bad now that I have feather falling. After that though, I think things kind of take a downturn. I simply just could not keep up with the end crystals. At one point, the Ender Dragon adds something else to its arsenal. It starts blinding me. That's new, but I guess it's a thing? I would love to say that I somehow overcame the fight and was able to kill the dragon in the end, but I just simply could not keep up. This boss fight is so difficult. Round 2 also ends in dejection, and I teleport home. I don't really know how else to improve on the Ender Dragon fight other than making copies of myself or making honing arrows. I make some more potions with slow falling and just go exploring to do something different for a bit. But at the same time, I'm also wondering if it's normal for the Ender crystals to keep regenerating. Because neither the Minecraft book nor the YouTube videos I watched mentioned it. And what's with the phantoms? I got a lot of membranes from them, but if the whole point of the bed approach is because sleeping on a bed will make the bed explode, how am I supposed to go to sleep so the phantoms don't come after me? Also, literally nobody mentioned blazes in the end. I thought their natural habitat was in the Nether. Unless they're not in their natural habitat. It turns out, all of Fabric 6 thinks it'd be cooler if the end was swoller and messier and crazier and more. So my amateur opinion is that this fight is probably best with you and 10 of your closest friends so that each person can man a tower and then you can be in the middle to hit the dragon while everyone rains down arrows on it while on top of their towers and nobody lets the dragon have a single moment of peace. A single moment. Well, now that I know you need a dragon exterminator crew for AOF 6, I decided to stay home. Because you know what they say, 2 wrongs make a right. Instead, I spent the next few days doing something very important. Pretty much since the beginning of this Minecraft run, I've been living in harmony with the villagers in this town, which slowly became less villagers and then eventually went down to like 2 visible ones and some dude stuck in a wall. So to repay them, I came up with an initiative to solve their population crisis, and it's finally time for them to see the light of day. There's so many villagers here now, and they can probably say that they're all descendants of the same family tree. Is that weird? I don't know. I think there's probably like 10 generations of villagers here now. I make sure to wall off the village so that when the new inhabitants come out from underground, they're not immediately going to be devoured by zombies and speared by skeleton arrows. I'm going for functionality, not aesthetics, and this look is totally voluntary, okay? It's not that I don't know how to build things that look good in Minecraft or anything. It's not. Also, zombies can't open fence gates, right? At first, they're all hesitant to leave the safety of their bunker because aside from the original ones, none of them have actually ever seen sunlight before. But slowly they start coming out of the bunker like curious little groundhogs. But also they kinda have to because I destroyed all their beds and now they have no place to go. And with all the job blocks moved to the overground too, the village is looking so great and thriving. The iron golems are both still underground and none of the guards look like they're out and about, but I think they'll be fine. So I didn't end up beating Minecraft, but hey, I really enjoyed playing the game. I lost track of the day counts after the Ender Dragon fights, mainly because I was too busy molding, but I think overall it came out to be more or less 60 days. Thanks for sticking around to see the end of my Minecraft journey, and if you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Also, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video too, so take a look. Until next time, bye bye!